Natural disasters are becoming more and more severe. Storms, floods, wildfires, earthquakes, droughts, all occurring at an alarming frequency. But this is not just nature's fury. It is also the consequence of human actions. How much time do we have left before everything spirals out of control? Let's uncover the truth before it's too late. Just a few days ago, Town B was as peaceful as any other place, but now it is submerged in a vast sea of water. Massive rainfall from the Mediterranean system has caused rivers in France to rise to record levels, flooding urban areas with relentless force. In regions naturally prone to flooding, dense urbanization has only worsened the consequences, leaving residents in distress. Cars, once valuable assets to their owners, are now nothing more than playthings in the hands of the raging waters, drifting aimlessly without the need for an engine. Jacksonville, USA. Powerful tornadoes swept through the city, creating chaos. Vehicles were lifted into the air before crashing down, disrupting traffic and causing panic among residents. New Zealand. Powerful winds swept through, tearing off rooftops and damaging structures. Residents scrambled for shelter as the storm continued to wreak havoc across the region. The raging flood silently eroded the foundation. Then, in an instant, the house collapsed into ruins after the flood passed. Winter brings a different kind of flooding. A storm sweeps through the city, temperatures drop below freezing, turning rushing water into slow-moving ice. Though it moves slowly, it can still submerge streets, damage vehicles, and make life harsh. Just looking at it is enough to feel the biting cold. The floodwaters swept away the cars like tiny toys in the raging current. Once again, nature reminds humanity of its terrifying power. Via, the volcano erupted violently, spewing fire and lava that cascaded down the slopes. A massive column of smoke rose, covering the sky as surrounding areas faced danger. A breathtaking yet perilous spectacle unfolded. As floodwaters rise, turning everything into their playthings and sweeping away all in their path, these images remind us that nature's power, no matter how small it may seem, is truly immense. This scene looks like something straight out of a post-apocalyptic movie, but sadly, it is a harsh reality. Powerful storm has devastated a city in Italy, bringing fierce winds strong enough to topple trees, while heavy rain caused severe flooding. The disaster escalated further when the storm triggered a fire in a parking lot, leading to an electrical short circuit that caused some car batteries to explode. In the blink of an eye, around 1,500 vehicles were reduced to ashes, leaving behind a desolate and grim landscape. A powerful flood swept away a house, carrying it far from the residential area. Fortunately, all residents evacuated in time, escaping the devastating force of nature. The flood swept through so quickly, turning streets into rivers. In the end, they had to add a new river to the local map for a while. A blinding lightning bolt tore through the sky, striking the rooftop and illuminating the entire neighborhood. Crocodile Country. The crocodile volcano erupted violently, with lava flowing as lightning streaked across the sky. This rare phenomenon created a dramatic and eerie atmosphere. Violent winds swept through, tearing off rooftops and uprooting trees, causing severe damage. Residents rushed for shelter as the storm continued to intensify. After the devastating flash flood, rescue teams urgently launched search and relief efforts. Many areas remained submerged, making rescue operations challenging. Melting snow combined with heavy rainfall can cause severe flooding like this. Recently, a city in Canada expanded its drainage system to divert excess water from the mountains.
Hãy xem dòng nước mạnh đang cuốn trôi những con đường và nền nhà bên dòng sông dễ dàng như thế nào.
But astonishingly, the raging current still swept away roads and riverbank foundations with ease. So much effort put into construction was reduced to rubble in the blink of an eye. Guatemala. The Fuego volcano erupted, creating a massive ash cloud that blanketed the sky. Despite the danger, a group of tourists remained, capturing the awe-inspiring moment as nature unleashed its raw power. A severe landslide caused by rushing floodwaters swept away a house as hundreds of onlookers watched helplessly in the face of nature's power. In some areas of Spain, heavy rainfall has turned streets into raging waterfalls. The floodwaters pour down with such force that they can easily lift and sweep away cars weighing over a ton, creating an unprecedented scene of chaos. A restaurant was suddenly visited by a furious tornado which swept everything away in the blink of an eye. Not every driver can face a flood, but one man in Houston dared to do it. While many stopped, unsure of what to do, he calmly drove through the rising water, leaving those around him in shock. His determination paid off. Heavy rains don't just flood streets, they turn railway tracks into rushing streams. In India, when water covers the rails, trains speed into stations, creating massive waves. Even with an umbrella or standing at a distance, passengers can hardly avoid getting drenched.